What if I were to suggest that you play a key role in the awakening world? And that you are watching this because you have heard the call. We can start right now by opening our hearts and minds. Welcome to the awakening world.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Awakening World. I'm Love Coach Scott Thomas. I'm your host. This is another Global Peace Tribe event. And boy, we all are longing for peace in the world right now, aren't we? You know, February is usually considered the month of love. We've got Valentine's Day, and Valentine's Day is an interesting day, especially for most of us as we get older. It's can be a wonderful day, but can also be a challenging day. It could be challenging if you're single. It could be challenging if you're in a difficult relationship. And so in every year, and this is now our fourth year that we're having a Valentine's Day show, we actually celebrate love throughout the entire month. And I am delighted that we are going to start it off with Piper Dellums and her Dreamers. And we had a wonderful show with them back in November. Right away, wanted to bring them back. And I said, let's kick off the month of love with the Dreamers, because each and every one of these beings is all about how to have more love in our life. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So it's my honor right off the bat just to briefly introduce you to some of the people who are going to be with us, including my soul sister, Piper Dellums.
Thank you, Scott. Thank you for enveloping me, Global Peace Tribe, in an ocean of love over the course of the last few weeks through my healing process. The essence of love that is our truth, who we actually are, the recognition and the remembrance. I have responded to your reminder each and every moment. My body temple is responding to your reminder. My spirit is responding to your reminder. So it's an awesome privilege to be sitting here before you, not in pain for the first time in a long time, and sitting in this ocean of love with this Global Peace Tribe family. You are the essence and purity, and we know that your high vibration, your consciousness is what is going to shift the world and bring us back into the golden age of love, who and where and what we truly are. Of course, led by our brother Scott, who to me is just love personified. So thank you.
A lot of people right off the bat are just putting in the chat box how delighted they are to see you. And for those of you who don't know, Piper's been dealing with some significant health challenges. We've been doing a little support for her, financial, emotional, spiritual. We'll talk a little bit more about that tonight. But she's also the founder of the Dreamers. And we've got several of her Dreamers with us tonight. Tell us, what are the Dreamers? What's that all about?
Well, actually, the dreamers really are you and I. The dreamers are the spirits on the earth, the higher consciousness, the evolutionary souls that recognize that each and every one of us are a one collective consciousness of love, of destiny, of grace, of purpose, and of hope. And in that recognition, we're working to ascend indigenous global tribes of people around the world, which is each and every one of us, and bring our medicines to the forefront, interweave the medicines of this gorgeous global body of humanity, and heal nations, heal people, and heal ourselves through breath work, through meditation, through IRT, through sound bath, through every other form of healing modality. And we came together from around the globe to say yes to that which has been silenced, the voice of indigenous people around the world, the voice of Mother Earth, the voice of women. And now this is a resounding yes to the global world. And it's being recognized and embraced and adhered because it is who we truly are.
Beautiful. By the way, Piper, people are asking if you can turn your volume up a little bit because we want to have the complete Piper Dellums
I
experience.
love you.
Yeah, well, we love you. And a lot of people are just sending in their love, their appreciation. Susan writes, we are dreaming in the golden age.
We
Dia,
are dreaming in.
oh, Piper, to see and hear you again is so fabulous.
Mm.
Smiles and warmth to you.
Thank
Laura
you.
writes, we love you, Piper. Ian and Eleanor are in Vancouver Island loving you. Laura writes, another Laura, Dr. Laura, writes, Piper, so happy to see you are doing better. So many prayers for blessings for you. Our wild monk, Sherry Anderson, who just got back from Ecuador, writes, wow, Piper in the house. Infinite grace to our tribe.
Oh.
And on it goes. People are just delighted to see that you're here.
Oh, I can feel your love. I feel it each and every day. I felt it in each operation room and each healing. And I feel it right now, right this moment. You're shrinking my tumors. This love is shrinking my tumors. So even before I get in and go back in under the knife, I have a feeling I'm going to hear a miracle that the love that's coming from all of you has healed my body temple. And I'm already saying thank you and amen for that.
Beautiful. Well, we're going to do a big prayer for you a little bit later on, but let's move on with the way we always love starting our shows with is Omashar music.
Yay.
And beloved brother Omashar, welcome.
Namaste and welcome, and how phenomenal, Piper, to see you, because we're all going through some form of, I don't know how to say it, but some SH1T at the moment, and we are rising because we are together, and because we are doing this together, we're finding the strength. And so when I fall off my center, someone will just say, hey, and I go, thank you. And when someone else falls off their center, I'll say, hey, and they'll say thank you. And so I'm going to play a song now, and it's called True Ones, and I'm just, there we go. That's better, hopefully. And now I'm totally frozen. What the heck?
Omashar, your picture has frozen.
I know. It sucks. Oh.
Well,
oh, there we are. All right. Sorry about that. There's a. There we go. Good. It's. I was complaining. That's why. And the tech decided to say, "Please stop complaining." So here we go. I love you all. Thank you for this. love the sacred sky. Now we are whole again. I love the way we've changed, with open hearts again. I love the love we are. We are rising, there's no disguising the truth of who we are. With our hearts connected again, now we are the stars. And as we walk again, we know the sacred earth. And as we see again, to ourselves we give birth. And as we feel again, right from the heart of one, through love again, our boundaries dissolve. We are rising, there's no disguising the truth of who we are. With our hearts connected again, now we are the stars. And now that we are home, and all is said and done, light could find its way through all the true ones, and broken hearts resolve into the sum of life. And the song of life will now be heard by all. We are rising, there's no disguising the truth of who we are. With our hearts connected again, now we are the stars. Now we are the
Oh, that's so beautiful. I'm going to go to gallery view, everybody. Let's all twinkle our beloved Omar Shar.
It's very interesting because at the beginning of the song, I was starting to talk and go into a little out of center, and immediately my video froze and I had tech problems. Interesting that.
That is interesting.
Is there a relationship? I don't know. Anyway, thank you.
I also did not, I didn't spotlight the dancers as much tonight because you had such a beautiful video playing, but everybody, don't let that discourage you from dancing to other songs and musical numbers tonight.
Not at all. And the reason I chose that is because of the dreamers, because everybody in that video is a dreamer, and we all got together to dream awake this new reality. So thank you.
Absolutely.
You're
And Piper has something to say.
Oh, I just said absolutely. And thank you for bringing us all back to the source and the essence of who we truly are. Because
Right.
that
Thank you. Yeah.
translated me back to the source,
Better together.
stars, to the light. Thank you. I love you so much.
Love you so much too. See you.
You know, Piper, we can show our love for Omar Shar by going to his website, which is his name, omarshar.com. And if we scroll down a little bit, we go to where the different links where you can get his music. And the best one to work with is Bandcamp, because they pay the highest amount back to the artists. So this is a good way to get Omar Shar music by going to omarshar.bandcamp.com, or just going to the Omar Shar website and scrolling down, because we all want to support our beloved brother. And you need to unmute, my love.
Oh, I said absolutely. We are really recognizing in this time, and I can honestly say I have been very guilty of transitioning in my spirit out of the truth of who we are, who I am, my connection to all things, being a child of the light, of love, of God, and allowing the fear of what's going on in my life and a lot of the trauma of what's going on around the world to summon me back into the drama and into a low vibrational place. And one thing I can definitely say about Omar Shar's evolutionary music is when you are in that place, his music, because it's a medicine, has the ability to lift you out of those pockets of despair. And I know that to be true because I have been swallowed by despair lately when I forget. And I have played your music and Gary's music, and it has lifted me. And I remember. So thank you for your medicine allowing us to remember who we truly are. That saves lives.
It truly does. And it's funny because I listened to my music and I think, who wrote that? It's like, really, it came out of me. And it always pulls me back into the center again. It's like, well, if it works for me, there's got to be at least 5% of the population that works for the advertising imagery. So thank you, Piper. Love you.
You know, Piper is a brilliant filmmaker. I'm going to see a few of her movies tonight. But before we show this first one, I want to just let everybody know that when we learned that Piper was challenged with some pretty significant health issues, she's already said it tonight, tumors, we immediately started to GoFundMe for her. And I really want to thank all the people who are part of our Global Peace Tribe and the Dreamers who have been supporting her. I'm going to see right off the bat names: Bonnie, who's in our Zoom room right now, Professor D, so many people that have supported you. And this is important. So if you indeed have supported Piper, a big thank you. And if you haven't yet, please do so now. I'm going to put into the chat box once again the link where you can easily go to GoFundMe. And anything, any donation is appreciated. Whether it's $5 or $500, it's all appreciated. So please do support Piper. And while I'm doing that, Piper, I would love for you to introduce the Love Period video that we're about to see.
Well, the Love Period video is really for all of you. It's for Scott, who has written me or contacted me, and all of you, but Scott, every day, every single day. And sorry, I was not going to do that. I'm sorry.
Your tears are very welcome. So
I'm so sorry, guys. So, you know, when it all first happened, when I went into the first set of surgical processes and kept being rushed into emergency, before I knew that the tumors were there, my kidney stopped functioning, and I kept being rushed to the hospital and having to have emergency kidney surgeries. And the beautiful healthcare system, even though I have insurance, the first bill they sent me, and I happened to be on text with Scott, was for $65,000. And on the bottom of that bill, it said, pay it by February 2nd. And it hadn't even yet gone into oncology or into the other major surgical processes. And I went into a panic because I was trying to keep myself centered, to heal my body temple, to keep my mind elevated. And I wasn't even assuming that I would have this tsunami of life funding and source being usurped at the same time that my health was being challenged. And I simply mentioned it to Scott because he's my brother. I said, can you believe And I sent him a copy of this bill. I think I was sort of shaking. And then he just blessed me with setting this up. And you have no idea how much it's helping. Just one set of medication, as you saw in that bill, was $3,500. And that was just the start. So I appreciate all of you that have helped me by loving me on this road to recovery. And yes, we did get the results back 2 days ago from yet the latest MRI. And yes, the tumors is growing and a little more rapidly than they thought. But the beauty in that, and I believe, is that now that I am in the center of this love, receiving your love, learning how to love myself, and that things are coming up to be taken away. I don't believe these things are growing or coming up in my body. Any form of dis-ease that's taking over my body temple is just there as a reminder to me to pull out of the algae of the world, of the anger and the lust and the greed and the ego and the attachments, so that I could get right back into full rooting and recognition that I am a child of the light, of God, of love. And I had to be reminded. Scott has been that reminder. Dr. Ivy, Lori, Laura, Kamala, all of those family members and all of the global tribe. And I didn't know how to thank you. I didn't know how to thank you. And so this was my little way of thanking you in case I couldn't be present. And so that's what this is. This is less of a film than a huge embrace of love for all of you, for being my family. Even though I haven't held you in my arms, Global Peace Tribe, I have held you in my heart. I've been with you every time. I'm sorry. And I just want to say thank you and I love you. So thank you. That's all.
All right,
We
so
love you, Piper, so much. We hold you in our heart, and I love your tears. It gives us all a chance to be open and free right now. Thank you.
absolutely. Sending much love to Piper. And here's the video she made. Somebody needs to mute. Here's Piper's video. Here's Piper's video. Well, that's interesting. Give me a moment. That's interesting. I pulled it up. I played it. And I may need to pull that up one more time. This happens sometimes. So we get to see the gallery view of our wonderful family one more time while I pull up Piper's video part 2. What's happening here? That's interesting. Well, that's interesting. I had pulled it up, I had it, and it has disappeared. We're having a little technical moment. So Piper, I'm going to turn it back over to you to tell people a little bit more about Dreamers while I pull your video back up again.
Well, if you can look around and you can probably feel the energy of those people that we call the dreamers that you have seen now 4 or 5 times, maybe even 6 times, people that have dedicated their lives to healing others through universal energetic forms of and international healing modalities. You know, Dr. Ivy Shadia, you know of the blessing and the depth of frequency and sound vibronics. We actually just saw an article yesterday that says that sound vibronics, the work that she's doing for the world, is now healing cancer, So that is what a dreamer is. She could have been and done anything in the world, and yet she dedicated her life to healing humanity and to shifting the energy in the world to heal humanity for generations to come. And this is what the dreamers are continuing to do. Sister Deborah Guerrera, she is bringing the indigenous wisdom, the drum, the voice of the ancestors. She is reminding us of the First Nation, of the people of this land, the medicine of the earth, and healing us in that way. Oh, I saw that the film came up, so.
Yep. We're ready to go to the film.
Let's go to the film.
But thank you for covering. And it's, we are all at home making this all work. It's kind of an amazing thing, isn't it? And anything else you want to say about Love Period? Okay, here we go.
as the amazing 13.8 billion year story of the cosmos continues to unfold in this little corner of the universe. We hope to tell a story of justice and joy, love and peace for the benefit of future generations who will be born into the story that there is no us and them at all. This is a cosmic and inclusive story that demands healing more than punishment. We are resilient because we are always transforming, always mutating, always learning, always expanding, always stretching, always birthing. We are Eve and Pachamama. We are Unkimaka and True Spirit. We are wind and rain and echo and birdsong. We are the hope of the seed and the motion of the river rock. We are one with Creator and one with one another. We are the rhythm and hues of love itself, the expression of the Great Spirit within and without. We are the one inhale and the one collective exhale of the breath of life. We are Earth herself. Whatever our gift, we are called to give it and to dance for the renewal of the world. The bloodline of Creator is connected to everything. Shells on the ocean shore, the mushrooms growing in the forest, the trees stretching to the clouds, the tiniest speck of snow in the winter, and our dust to dustness. We are all connected and tethered to this sacred gift of creation. Let us learn this truth, become this truth, fight for her existence and for humanity and for love. Love is more than a feeling. Love is a form of sweet labor, fierce, bloody, imperfect, and life-giving. A choice we make over and over and over again. If love is sweet labor, love can be taught, modeled, and practiced. This labor engages all of our emotions. Joy is the gift of love. Grief is the price of love. Anger protects that which is loved. And when we think we have reached our limit, wonder is the act that returns us to love. Revolutionary love is the choice to enter into wonder and labor for others, for our opponents, and for ourselves, in order to transform the world around us. It is not a formal code or prescription, but an orientation to life that is personal and political and rooted in joy. Loving only ourselves is escapism. Loving only our opponents is self-loathing. Loving only others is ineffective. All three practices together make love revolutionary, and revolutionary love can only be practiced in community, in heart, in soul, in commitment, in compassion, in everything that we are. Revolutions do not happen only in grand moments, in public view, but also in small pockets of people coming together to inhabit a new way of being. We birth the beloved community by becoming the beloved community. When a critical mass of people practice together in community as part of movements for justice, we can begin to create the world we want here and now. Love is literally raining down everywhere. Everywhere. We are drenched in love. Mm, that's for you. That's for all of you. Thank you.
I would love to open it up to our audience for a moment to pop into the chat box. And I'm going to read some of the comments that have already come in of what some of the things that have stood out for you and the wisdom that magnificent Piper just presented. And you do it so beautifully. The combination, Piper, your voice has a resonance that is loving wisdom. And then your ability to create such beautiful visual images, find the perfect music, add your voice, and put it all together in such a powerful package. So I'm going to read some of the comments because I really want to include our audience tonight, because this is a real global Peace Tribe show with the Dreamers. Adora writes, lovely. Diara writes, oh, they're coming in really fast. Carol writes, Scott was mentioned, and it's true. Thank you, everybody. Thank you. I'm so grateful. Carol writes, I'm so grateful for this opportunity for us to all be together. Deborah Guerrero writes, everything about Piper is perfect. Adora writes, lovely. Tiara writes, the Trinity of love. Piper, you are a genius. Jeffrey Colbert says, wow, where do we see this again? So we'll definitely make sure we put the link into the chat box. Eleanor Joy says, so very heartfelt. Roger writes, breathtaking. Carol writes, wow, this is incredible. And love is the answer. Susan Bloomquist writes, absolutely beautiful. Another Deborah writes, brilliant, Piper. Mark Denisovsky is appreciating it very, very much. And yes, Dr. Laura, we're going to do a group healing for Piper tonight. Absolutely. Some more comments that just came in while I was reading those. Deirdre writes, love can be taught. Heart opening. Thank you so much, Piper. Sending you compassion and healing love. Susan Woolrich writes, glorious. Dr. Laura just says, yay. Thank you, Sylvia. Just put the link into the chat box where people can watch the video again. Thank you, Sylvia. Ira writes, I just feel like crying after and also during while watching this incredible video. Thank you so much, Piper. I feel deeply nourished, uplifted, restored, especially after coming to this show feeling a bit drained as I've been showing up for other people in need today. Thank you, Ayada, and thank you, all you caregivers. I'm going to go to gallery view for a moment, because there are our dreamers. You're all dreamers, and I know most of you now, and you are all doing amazing things in the world, whether you're a teacher or a homemaker or a counselor or a doctor or just taking care of yourself right now. That's okay too. Those of you that this is your time and your chapter of life that you got to take care of yourself. So God bless each and every one of you, beautiful, beautiful dreamers. Thank you. Piper, would you like to introduce grandmother Deborah Guerrero?
Oh. If I were to introduce the wisdom of the mountains, the wisdom of the air, the wisdom of the river, of the rock, of the antelope, of the ancestors, of the divine feminine, if I were to call all that is abuela, grandmother, that is grandmother Deborah Guerrero. She holds the wisdom and the love and the grace and the fire. She has lived, seen, cried, died, elevated, ascended, and is now, with all of that wisdom, the voice of Indigenous women, the voice of women, and my heart. So we say to each other, I fly, which means I effing love you, IFLY. We won't say the effing in our love tribe today. But Grandmother Guerrera, to everyone watching and feeling you, we thank you for the blessing you're going to present. We thank you that you are an absolute energetic blessing just being on the earth. All of the missing and exploited Indigenous women whose spirits and souls are embracing you and calling out from the earth of wherever they are, that you have been searching and fighting. All of the children, the Indigenous children that you have helped and healed. All of the soldiers, the Indigenous warriors that have returned from war. You have given of your life. You have given for our ancestry, and you give for the world. And that is my introduction to Grandmother Deborah Guerrera.
Mm-hmm.
And I fly, Grandmother, I fly.
Gunachi Shaho. I'm so blessed and I'm so honored. And I absolutely love you, my beautiful sister. I cry for you. I pray for you in our ceremonies. We have been praying for you. I'll introduce myself by my nations. My name is Deborah Joan Guerrero. I am Tlingit and Filipino on my father Roy Bell Guerrero's side, Snohomish, Cowlitz, Nez Perce, Snoqualmie, French Canadian, Irish and German on my beautiful mother Barbara Woodworth's side. I'm from the Eagle Brown Bear clan, Juneau, Alaska. My Tlingit name is Gunseek, which means last of the royal princesses. It was my grandmother Lillian Bells from Juneau, Alaska. My grandfather was Juan Guerrero from Cebu, Philippines. On my mother's side, my grandmother was Celia Woodworth from Shelton, Washington. My grandfather was Thomas Kahele from Hawaii. I'm so honored and privileged to be in this sacred circle, this holy hoop. I'm going to show you Kaya's heartbeat. Kaya's heartbeat is a beautiful drum that came to me in 2006. And I don't know that that the sound would pick it up tonight. So I'm choosing to sing a song with, but I'm going to kneel at the drum. I'm going to be at the drum when I sing. Can you see the drum?
Yes, we can. It's perfectly placed.
Okay. And I'd like you to close your eyes because this is a prayer. It's not a performance. And I'm going to sing a song that I learned from a beautiful, beautiful sister, Shinoa Igawa. She's Lummi. She lives here. Abiwatahiane yana hoyana hoyana hoyane. Abiwatahiane yana hoyana hoyana hoyane. Abiwatahiane yanda ho ina hene yowe. Yana ho yana ho ne. I'll be with Tahiane. Yana ho yana ho ne. I'll be with Tahiane. Yanda ho ena hey ne yowe. Yana ho yana ho ne. I'll be with Tahiane, yana ho yana ho ne. wata hiane yanda ho ena hey ne yo. Yanda ho yana ho ne. I'll be with Tahiane, yana ho yana ne. I'll be with Tahiane, yanda ho ena hey ne yo way. Yanda ho yana ho ne. I'll be with Tahiane, yana ho yana ho ne. I'll be with Tahiane, yanda ho ena hey ne yo way. Aho. We say hey ne yo way at the end of that prayer. It takes our prayers straight up to Creator. So I just was praying for every single person in here. Every life your life touches, every life that has touched your life. That's who I pray for. Pray for your families, for your vehicles, your homes, your jobs, everything that is you in this world, on this beautiful Mother Earth at this time. It's such an honor and privilege to share these ways. I have been blessed with love all my life. My parents were together for 63 years. They were married. So I had both of them, that masculine, that feminine. And I mean, it wasn't like I didn't go through things, as a kid. But I've been down the road of sexual assault and drug and alcohol and domestic violence. And I chose to become a Indian child welfare social worker in 2000. I just retired last year in January. And I'm very grateful for that work because it has led me to meet a lot of really amazing people. And when I got clean and sober on November 24th, 1996, my brother took me to a sweat lodge. And I have been doing sweat lodges for over 27 years. And I've been pouring them in the women's prisons. I do these healing ceremonies every week. I mean, sometimes 3 or 4 a week. I poured at the women's prison today and last week. And I was invited to another sweat lodge today for a thank you sweat lodge for a friend of ours who had heart surgery and he lived. So they were doing a gratitude sweat lodge today, but I was with the beautiful sisters at the prison. And it's an honor and privilege to be in there because we want them to know. I work with a reentry program too. It's called Unkitawa. We want them to know that we do care for them in the prisons. We do want them to know. And it's like, they always say it's like Shawshank Redemption when we're behind this fence and we're there with the lodge and the fireplace and all these beautiful women coming in there who've been broken and who are actually doing really well, when they can do their ceremony. And they're so grateful that we come in there. And it really is a beautiful gift that we give to them, but they give it right back to us. So, and I've been involved in peyote ceremonies since 1999 too. That's part of my Red Road of Recovery, this healing gifts that have been, that Creator led me to. I'm very spirit led, and I'm very grateful every morning I get up and thank Creator for another beautiful day of life. I thank Him that I'm on His Creator's wake up list every morning. And so I walk in grace and beauty on this red road, and I don't take it for granted. I'm very, very grateful. I wake up with a lot of gratitude. I'm the mother of 3 beautiful grown adults and 2 beautiful granddaughters. And I've done a lot of things in my life. I took this drum, the beautiful Kaya's Heartbeat, to Washington, D.C. We drove it from Seattle to Washington, D.C. twice. We drummed and sang 24 hours a day for 4 days in a stand for peace in 2008 and 2010. And the drum never stopped. When we started the fire, the sacred fire, the drum started. And she never stopped until from dawn the first day, before dawn the first day, until dusk on the fourth day, we did that. And Veterans for Peace came and they helped us with this. And the International Council of 13 Indigenous Grandmothers came. And 8 of the 13 joined us on the fourth day in that first time that we did it. And then when we held it again in 2010, all 13 grandmothers came. And they asked us to follow them around and take beautiful Kaya's heartbeat, grandmother's heartbeat. And we drummed at Montezuma as well. We've drummed all over, singing and blessing up the water. Sometimes 400, 500 people there. And I've actually just been invited to go to Harvard. I'm doing Zooms with the Harvard Divinity School. And they invited these veteran women and I to go there and to educate them about the drum and about singing. So we're going to go there in April, but I'm just so grateful. And I had no idea, back in the day, none of this. I mean, when I was going through all these hardships and all this trauma, I thought, oh, wow, I felt like I was alone, but none of us are ever alone. I don't want to take up any more time. I just want to raise my hands and say Kunochish. I love each and every one of you, and I'm so grateful for the dreamers and for this vision that we're creating. Thank you so much, Scott and Piper, each and every one of you. Give you my love. Kunochish, I hope.
Thank you. Piper, you're muted. We're not hearing you.
Sorry. I said, Aho, grandmother, that was a testimony of love. Every step you've taken along the way is a testimony of love. And we send love to you and with you. Every step, every drumbeat, every prayer, every song, we are with you. And we feel your love. Thank you. Thank you for being with us tonight.
Yeah, I want to add that originally the idea was that she was going to drum, and we couldn't work it out Zoom-wise because Zoom has trouble with drumming. I'm so glad we couldn't get the drum to work. I'm so glad. Hearing your voice, hearing you singing was so beautiful. So thank you for the gifts of your life, the gifts of your sharing your voice, both your voice, beautiful song, and then sharing about what love has been for you in this lifetime. I also really want to acknowledge your parents in 63 years.
Yeah.
What a powerful, not easy accomplishment.
No.
That's an accomplishment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank you, Scott.
Yeah.
May I just say that when I first got clean and sober too, I couldn't sing. I didn't know any songs. When my first sweat lodge, I didn't know any songs, and I kept saying, "What's that song with the 9 in it? What's that song with the 9 in it?" And it's a birthday song. Happy birthday to you, hey na hene, we na hey anda hey na hene, we na hey anda hey na hene. Way a nine hey anda hey na hey ne. Way a nine hey anda hey na hey ne. Happy birthday to you, all our beautiful dreamers and friends. Way a nine hey anda hey na hey ne yo way. Hear the hey ne yo way? It takes that prayer straight up. Thank you. Impromptu. That was like, did you hear the 9 in it though?
Yes.
Yeah.
I love that song, and I love every time you sing it on our retreat. I love you.
I love you too. I'm going to be quiet. Thank you.
Namaste. Thank you so much.
I'll say about that much. That's what you usually say in the ceremony. I'll say about that much. Gunochi Shaho. Thank you in the highest honor.
She's beautiful.
Isn't she the most beautiful?
Beautiful. Oh. And you have another beautiful dreamer that's about to come on board. Tell us all about Laura.
Oh, my sister Laura. There she is. My sister Laura, I'm just going to say this. My sister Laura and I found each other, found our journey together from the angelic realm to the earth in other dimensions. We healed together through plant medicine, through the love of one another, through the ears of listening as sisters, through the being able to say yes before we had met in person. We had fallen in love with each other's souls and spirits, and we had made a dedication, a vow to one another that we would heal one another, that we were family. And when she finally came to town and stayed with me, and we did ceremony for a number of days, we ascended together in some of the deepest places of healing. And then there was an awakening. I saw her gifts, I saw her purpose, I saw her angelic, I saw her call, and she saw me. And from that day forward, we have held hands in heart. We have thought through and created businesses and ideas and the dreamers and Is Love with Lori Davis. We have put in sleepless days, nights, weeks, and months creating and listening. And when doors shut and windows shut, and we thought, the love and the restoration and the call has kept us going. And Laura is a gift to women, and she's called to children. She's a grandmother, a mother, but a grandmother and mother to nations. And now she is an IRT practitioner, and she is going to bring us into that practice. And we welcome her. She has always been a dreamer, the original dreamer. And this is Laura Watkins.
Thank you so much, Piper. I am so honored and blessed to be here today to be able to present and just talk about IRT and just I just want to say to Piper, you are my sister, and we've known that from the very beginning. And I just love you. I love you so much. So with that said, I want to just, I wrote it out. So here goes. IRT. It stands for Inner Resonance Technologies, and it can certainly be considered a form of self-love because the technique, once the technique is learned, it fits perfectly with today's show because of its self-love. It was created and developed by a beautiful soul and fellow dreamer named Maureen Edwardson. And you can learn more about Maureen at maureenedwardson.com. And it allows us to create immediate and permanent change in all areas of our lives, usually within 1 to 5 sessions. It's a very simple 7-step process that facilitates you when you make certain inner agreements. And these agreements, along with what we call your touch breath, help us to neutralize and balance the signals in your field. And this allows your system to instantly rebalance and harmonize itself physically, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, and so on. And so I'm going to facilitate a session for our audience right now. Okay. So I would like to invite everyone to sit comfortably with your feet on the floor, please, also, and just relax. And notice that you're breathing. And breathe easy. And remember who you are. A spiritual being in a physical body. And know that the breath that you're breathing in is the breath of life. The breath connects us to a greater reality, the source of all life. Whatever name people give to the greater field that we're a part of, source is considered to be a place where all things are possible. And because of that, it's a place beyond time and space. Source and our higher self have command over our physical human lives in all respects. And this is what we're breathing in. And this is what we're a part of. From this place of knowing that and remembering who you really are, I'd like to invite you now to take an opportunity to just invite your own spiritual support. Right now, just Whatever that means for you, just invite them in. Just go ahead and take just a moment to do that, please. Perfect. So as you continue to breathe into your body, notice where your body touches the world around you. 3 things that are helpful to know about the body. The body is a communication device that has access to all information from all times and all places. The body has all the programs that know what health and wholeness are and what's interfering with feeling good in all areas of your life. And the body is also an instant responder to infinite consciousness. So, if mind has command over matter, then matter must have a program to know how to respond. And sometimes the programs that know how to respond get switched off through pain and trauma, and they need to be woken up. And we have a very simple way of doing this. Just repeat after me and say, switch on, body. Now I'd like you to think about something. If anything were possible, what issues would you like to feel better about? Just think about that for a minute. And then know that anything that you forget about or don't include will get included anyway, because it's all known on all other levels of consciousness. So with that in mind, I'm going to ask a series of questions, and you can simply answer the questions internally regarding what you'd like to feel better about. So with that in your mind, would it be okay to include all issues, known and unknown, that no longer serve your highest good? And would it be okay to deepen that to include all possible core causal levels of these issues on all levels of memory, all of your life, going all the way back to birth and beyond, all time in utero, right back to conception and beyond, down all branches of your family tree, your ancestral memory, all memory of your soul, and all the collective memory of the planet as it affects you? And would it be all right to include everything associated and connected with these issues physically, emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, including all aspects of your personalities? And would it be okay to allow all of your multidimensional selves to be coherently realigned with the greatest expression of your most authentic self on all levels of reality? Yes. Because we're not used to knowing that we can do all of this at once, I'd like to invite you to make some agreements that put you in charge. So, would it be all right to allow these issues to be processed in the safest, most appropriate way for you and all concerned at all times? And would you allow these issues to be processed with greater ease and gentleness than you've ever experienced? And would you allow effortless grace to guide the way to instant and permanent relief for what is ready at this time? And for what's not ready, to allow that to be okay in the bigger picture that we just don't have right now, and trust that the journey will unfold in easier and gentler ways when the time is right? And would it be okay to allow that part of you that's willing to be open to something different being possible to be in charge? And would it be all right to allow that part of you that knows how to go and do all of this, the freedom to play in the spiritual field of the great mystery where all things are available? Yes. So, while everything is already happening beyond your conscious mind's awareness and your body's need to process, I'd like to take a moment now to just ask you to drift to an easy, happy, good feeling place. Give yourself the gift of being fully present somewhere and notice all of the detail that we don't often take the time to fully appreciate. For example, see rich shades of color in this place, the quality of light. Notice what aromas might be in this place. Just enjoy yourself with full sensory appreciation for about 10 seconds, since we don't have a lot of time. Welcome back. Now, we're going to program your reactivation switch using the touch breath that I told you about earlier. So being aware of all of your good feelings, know that this is the end result of your transformation for this time. And we call this the chemistry of wholeness and the frequency of freedom to be more of yourself than ever before, with access to greater choice to command your personal universe. So let's anchor this in, shall we? Choose a spot on your body to program in this chemistry and frequency. Be aware of your breath, breathing in and out of your heart center with thoughts of appreciation and gratitude. My spot is my heart. So while breathing in and out of your heart center with thoughts of appreciation and gratitude, touch the spot that you have chosen. And we're now going to anchor in this chemistry and frequency into your touch breath spot. If you like, also, you can add in any symbols or words or colors that represent your new levels of wholeness and freedom. We're going to take a cycle of 5 breaths. Touch your spot on the inward breath and let go of your spot on the outward breath. And I'm going to do the first 2 with you, and you can do the last 3 on your own. So let's go ahead and do those now. Touching your spot, breathe in. Let go, exhale. Touch your spot, breathe in. Let go, exhale. 3 more times, please. Excellent. Once programmed, this spot acts like an antiviral program, instantly reactivating the end result, chemistry of wholeness and frequency of freedom, to automatically heal and clear what no longer serves you in that moment, and it realigns you with your greatest self. Doing this regularly clears your field of unnecessary static from all times and places, freeing you up to be at the center of your heart in a clear space, connected to the greater potential of inspiration and creativity and being happy for no reason. And it's recommended that you do your touch breath in the morning to set yourself up for success during the day, and in the evening to prepare your body for when you sleep and your body's regenerating. And then also use your touch breath whenever you need to rebalance from any triggers or anything like that, or when you are experiencing something uplifting, you can also do your touch breath to strengthen the activation switch. And that is all, my beautiful friends. Namaste.
Laura, that was absolutely beautiful. I really, really felt that. I really kind of dropped in with you, and I see where a lot of our other beloved members of our Global Peace Tribe have been enjoying it with you. And that was beautiful.
Beautiful. Scott, maybe you want to read some of their chats.
Absolutely. Um, so Mara writes, thank you so much. Ayada writes, Laura, thank you so much. That felt wonderful. Susan writes, incredible, Laura. Diara writes, very deep, Laura. I was transported. Dr. Laura writes, wow, Laura, that was very deeply healing. Thank you. Deborah Guerrero wrote, this was amazing, Laura. Thank you so much. I love you. And I want to just acknowledge that I really did feel when you were, taking us deeper and deeper, deeper down the elevator into all that we could possibly let go of. I could really feel spirit flowing through you. I could feel it in my body. So very powerful.
Yes. Thank
Carol
you.
just wrote, the pain in my neck is gone.
Yes.
Adora writes, awesome. Jeffrey Colbrook writes, yes, that's right on. And I want to do a special prayer. We love Terry Russo. And Terry says, yes, help everyone and everything. And she also put into the chat box. So I want to put a little blessing for Terry Russo for her family's health and her health and her finances. Maximum grace for our beloved sister, Terry Russo. George Noble wrote, I received your healing, Laura, just from hearing you as a sound healer. And that's beautiful because George has medical healing issues. Terry just said thank you to us. John Held wrote, total focus. And somebody named iPhone wrote, amazing, Laura. Thank you, from Tim. Tim the iPhone. Tim the iPhone. Diara wrote, I felt the gift of freedom each time we answered yes. So,
Thank you.
I
yeah.
felt it
That's
tingle in
amazing.
part of my body. It was moving. You were. I'm feeling it now. Just a tingling in every part of my body. It's such a gift. To
I'm
have.
so honored and blessed. Thank you. Thank you.
And a big
This-
thank you again
Yeah.
to Maureen Edwardson. Maureen's been on the show many times. And thank you, Maureen, for bringing this technology through in your unique ways. And so we love you, Maureen.
We love you. We love you, Laura. Thank you for being an embodiment of love. Also a dreamer and a manifester and just beautiful. We just love you. Thank you for your
Thank you
love.
so much.
When
you.
I'm
Laura,
honored. I'm honored. Mhm.
when Laura sent me her bio, there was not a URL other than is retreats. And so I guess that's where I'm going to go. I'm going to go to the isloveretreats.com website. And what would either of you like for me to kind of show people?
Well, Is Love Retreats is Laura Watkins, Lori Davis, and myself. We birthed this organization, this medicine, this company, that's which the Dreamers is a massive part of. And we will let you know when retreats are happening, when events are happening. Again, I think we told you before, in order to fund a lot of the nonprofit work and the desires, we have a clothing line. We have other merchandise, and each of those are connected to a different nonprofit. For missing and exploited Indigenous women and girls, we have the iFly collection, inspired, of course, by Grandmother Deborah. We have for LGBTQ community and LGBTQ teen suicide. And we have Hope Refuge, which is an organization we work with rescuing children off the street from human trafficking, where they are schooled, housed, loved, and healed. And then we have our Black is Beautiful line, which is raising money for the 100,000 missing and exploited African American girls. And then, of course, we have a vision of planting 1 million trees. So we have a green line for trees and bees for the environmental aspect of the Dreamers. And so, and all the nonprofits are attached. And So if you feel so called, the vibration of our love, we believe is on our clothing, is love. Everything is love. And just having people read is love is already shifting the energy and vibration in the world because everything is love.
Yes.
So for
And
those of
Laura,
you watching at home or anybody in the Zoom room, the actual website is isloveretreats.com. ISLOVE retreats.com. And what I encourage people to do is, at the very least, go down here right after it says self-healing is love and put in your email address so that they
now,
stay in touch with you and keep you in the loop. Let's all join that email list. And Laura and Piper, I know that over the years I get to watch, and the Global Peace Tribe will get to watch your collaborations, your creations. We clearly are going to work together with you, hopefully for decades to come. So, thank you so very, very much.
love
Thank you. Namaste.
Thank you,
Namaste.
Laura. And it's another dreamer, and it's one of our favorite people. She is a dreamer. She is an evolutionary leader. She is Dr. Mama Ivy. She is Shadia. She is a sound healer. She is Mama Ivy's sound spa. She is everywhere doing wonderful things to raise our consciousness in her most unique ways. Dr. Mama Ivy Shadia, welcome back to the Awakening World.
Thank you so much, Scott and Piper. This is always such a pleasure and such an honor to be a part of this experience. Thank you for having me.
I just have to add here that she is from another world, and her work, her medicine goes beyond sound bath. She has had she's had spiritual guidance literally enter her home, enter her instruments, enter her body, and call her into the work that she's doing. The reason that it's called sound vibronics is she has been uniquely given the gift of heavenly sounds, of the vibrations that actually go into the body temple and heal dis-ease. I shouldn't say it's new, because nothing holistic that we should have entered into a long time ago before this era is new, but it is new to us in this dispensation and generation. Dr. Ivy's work heals cancer, heals depression, heals all disease, body, mind, and spirit. So this is an elevated master of sound frequency. So when you sit before her, you are sitting before a medicine that is speaking into your cellular being, into your ancestral being, and into lifetimes before. This is karmic healing as well. So don't just take this in as sound, take this in as literal medicine to the very nature of our humanity and beyond.
Oh my. Piper, I tell you, every word that comes out of your mouth, that comes into the ethers, it pours into my spirit and into my soul in ways that I'm wondering, oh, am I going to be able to get through this? Because you bring so much power with just your presence and your being. And I can't say it enough how you help to define me and my work and bring much more clarity into the world for me in my own work that I do. It is so clear that one of the things that I really hold very close to my heart is that I believe that no human being on the planet of Earth should have to leave this earth without experiencing pure love. And I don't mean just the romantic type. You know, most people think of love, we think of romance, we think of marriage, we think of relationships. But it's a deep feeling of a connection to the divine. We want people to understand that this frequency of love is not just about how you love others, but it is about how we love ourselves and how we connect to the frequency of the divine. which is a sense of pure love. The spiritual definition of love, a unique creation that allows us to experience the most profound kind of connection with other people. You know, it is an opportunity to connect with higher thoughts, with sacred things. This spiritual love is just not only defined by what we feel for one another, but it is what and how strong our connection is with the divine. I know that my sole purpose in life is to create as many heaven on earth experiences for all of humanity, to be able to elevate and find ways of connecting with the divine. And so this meditation that we want to do with the frequencies, and this particular frequency is in 432, which gives us a connection as above, so below. It connects us with the heartbeat of the earth. And I'm thinking, you know, Mother Earth really needs our love right now. So I don't know exactly, Piper and Scott, what this meditation will bring. It came to me to allow it to flow as we go, connecting to each and every soul. It'd be great if I could see a gallery view, because I need to be able to connect with how we're going to travel in this sonic journey together. It's going to take me a few minutes to get over to the sound spa, and as I am doing that, I'm going to encourage each person that really wants to experience the vibrational healing frequencies of the crystal singing bowls and of high intentional thought forms. You know, sound vibronics is not new. It's just a concept that has come to me to explain what this work really truly is. It is based on the science that sound is faster, that light is faster than sound, and thought is faster than light. And when we integrate thought, sound frequencies, and intentional thought forms, it simply creates instant manifest. I think it is a soul language that our bodies know and understand and yearn for. I believe that it is a new medicine for the 21st century. And as Piper said, this is not a new concept, but it is new in the context of how we live and learn here in Western medicine. Needs to change. We need to understand and respect the power of the universe and nature. So if you have incense, begin to light your incense. If you have a candle around, light your candle. Put your earbuds on. I have started using the bone conductor headphones because they don't go right into your ear. And we want to be very sensitive to our ear canal. When you are listening to these frequencies, they are literally moving you at the cellular level. They are literally moving you at the auric level. So if you are ready for this shift in consciousness in a way of connecting with the divine, the true love that our souls yearn for, then I encourage you to do that. You can lie down, you can sit in your lotus position or in your favorite meditation chair. Whatever it is that you choose to do that makes it easy for you. So, let us begin by lighting your incense and your cameras. And let us go into the sound spa together. These frequencies come from what are known as the singing crystal bowls. I have alchemy crystal bowls of copper, made of copper, and of the ocean platinum mother of pearls. This is our beginning. So I will invite you to simply sit comfortably wherever you are and begin to breathe. Deep breath in. Embrace each and every cell in your body. You begin to feel a sense of comfort, protection, love. from your divine source of light. Allow the feeling of pure love to pour through your entire being. Feeling the power of your thoughts. Knowing that you in this state of being can manifest, manifest, manifest your heart's desire. And in this very sacred divine space, begin to communicate with the divine source, that which you desire to create in your heart. Allow it to become crystal clear, knowing that this vision shall manifest, manifest, manifest because you believe and you know and you have discovered that divine star in the universe from where you came from. Begin to bring your body back by moving your fingers and your toes. Taking a deep breath in and exhale slowly, allowing the shoulders to droop down, down, down into relaxation. And giving thanks and gratitude for this journey, this travel of light and love. And when you are ready, slowly begin to open the eyes. Welcome back. Namaste. Aho. Shanti. Shanti Om.
Thank you so much for letting Dr.
Thank you so much.
While she's coming back to hopefully typical, I want to let people know that there are a couple of very exciting things. Our two beloveds, Piper and Shadia, are going to put together a virtual sound healing retreat. Now that's going to be cool. Now, they haven't figured out the date or the location yet, but it is something that they're planning. So definitely stay closely connected and in touch. And of course, we'll promote it on the Awakening World once they've figured out exactly what it's going to, when and where it's going to be. Anything either of you want to share about your plans for that?
Once I finish vibrating, I'm like, oh, that was absolutely beautiful. And I know it's quite difficult oftentimes to get the purity of all of those bowls and sounds.
Yes.
Some of the sound issues get distorted. And what was stunning is that each of us, I believe, allowed ourselves to even push into that in recognition and take the vibration of it and allow the imperfection of the perfection to continue to heal us. It was stunning. And at one point, I felt like it penetrated through every bone in my body. But this incredible collaboration, I think this was born in heaven somewhere, because from the moment Dr. Ivy and I met with Sister Dr. Jenna in Washington, D.C., we fell in love. We had a sacred soul connection one to another. And I don't even think we understood its depth. We didn't understand how deeply we would be bonded and how committed we would be to a purposeful destiny call of healing, utilizing words, voice, film, and this exceptional medicine that is hers. But we came together, and there are a number of films that I believe the Awakening family have seen, meditations of our collaboration. Scott just wrote he's going to show that at the end as a reminder of I want to say the magic and the miracle and the awe that occurs when we bring our medicine together. But her gift actually is beyond inspiring. I feel like I just sprinkled a little fairy dust on top of this God-given presence and gift. And I'm just honored to even have an opportunity to add a piece of my soul and spirit to your medicine. Thank you again for being a dreamer, for allowing me to dream with you, for Scott, for allowing us to dream with you. The dream is love, and this has been a beautiful evening of love. And when we're going to let you know when it's time, because you, Scott, you spawned it. You were the one that started showing our collaboration together. And then people started requesting that. So the dream is love, and we will continue that. What do you think, Shadaya?
Well, I totally agree. We've got to find a way to be able to do this live so that people can really experience the fullness of the vibration. Sound on Zoom seems to always change. One minute is perfect, and the next minute, I don't know what happened. So I'm not sure what came through, but I do know the intention was there to connect us with our star of origin and to open that pathway to the connection to the divine so that we are
Yes.
sure that that's the voice that we are hearing and moving to.
That is the plan of the dreamers, as we all know, to have retreats and locations and sacred spaces where we can pour this medicine live into the hearts and bodies and temples and spirits of all of those who are blessed enough, that we're blessed enough to be with, and who are blessed enough to come. And we will do that and continue to do that. And I just have to say, this collaboration, Scott, when this poster that she just did that this morning. And I
Wow.
have to, I
I
have to
just
be
did that
honest,
this evening, just before we came on.
but I have to be honest and tell you why she did it. Because between Lori Davis, my best friend for my whole life, my soulmate, Scott, and Dr. Ivy, I have the three of you somehow have been called into my soul and spirit. And when I have these moments of weakness, um, I feel safe in pouring my fear and my knee knocking into you. And
Mm.
yesterday I had that with Dr. Ivy. And Dr. Ivy had to call me back to hope. Dr. Ivy had to call me back to not just being present, but to remembering that my life has purpose and to not giving up. I was feeling as if I wanted to give up yesterday. It was just a hard road. And when I was addressing that to her, I said, I need your prayers and your energy and your healing, because somehow I think this sense of overwhelm that's occurring, perhaps I'm speaking to my body to shut down. I said, I hope I'm not trying to leave my body temple because of all of this fear. And it was that moment. And she said, it is not time for you to leave your body temple. It is time for you to elevate your gift into this vibration, this frequency of love that you are. And together we're going to secure that medicine. And this is what we're going to do. So she disallowed, she did not speak into my fear. She spoke into my power. And this collaboration came through her heart, through her saying, not no. This is just a part of the drama, part of the journey. And this is a beautiful part of the karmic journey into the Dharma and into the place of vibration and love and frequency where I still belong, where I'm still a part of this global peace tribe and part of this family of humanity.
Yes.
So I'm not giving up because of you, Scott, because of you, Ivy, because of my best friend, Lori, my daughters, and all of you that have sent love. So thank you. That collaboration came from pure love.
I would like to take us on a little journey for a moment. I'd like to invite all of us to close our eyes for a moment. And let's build a bridge right now, this current moment in time, February 3rd, 2024. Building a bridge to a moment in time in which we're all together in person, in the perfect space, at a combination Love Is Retreats, Global Peace Tribe Retreat. We're listening Dr. Mama Ivy's amazing tones through her various instruments. We're listening to Piper Dellum's voice live with us. We're all truly having an experience together, physically together, of ascension. Build that bridge in this moment in time, that moment in time. I know that both are already happening. There is no time, just the illusion of time. So let's hold and deem it so. Maximum grace for Piper's health and well-being, Mama Ivy's health and well-being, and for the Global Peace Tribe's health and well-being, knowing that we will all be together physically, enjoying these tones, these hugs, these sound vibrations, all together very, very soon. This is coming. This is here. This is us. Aho, ashe. Blessed be.
Oh, blessed be.
I do want to read some comments that have
So
come.
it is.
And so it is. And Dr. Laura wrote, and so it is, Scott. Maximum grace for an in-person meeting and perfect health for Dr. Piper and Dr. Ivy. And a lot of comments came in, beloved Dr. Mama Shadia Ivy. Eleanor Joy writes, speaking into the power rather than the fear speaks loudly to me. Thank you, Piper. Jeffrey Colebrook writes, we are all in the river of life. Row, row, row your boat. Carol writes, well, Piper, you are looking really wonderful this evening, so the energy really worked. And then some comments about the beautiful sound healing that just happened. Mark Danisovsky, who is our resident sound expert, writes, it sounded beautiful almost the entire time. I'm listening through studio monitors and it was very clear. It got full and loud when you had everything ringing. Susan Woolridge writes, my vision was the second star from the right in the Pleiades. What a delightful surprise to me. Diane Moyer wrote, beautiful sound came back on. Dia Therese writes, re-entry was almost undoable. I truly soared to other realms. Namaste. Grandmother Deborah writes, Dr. Ivy, the transformation to the star and the light carried me to Yemaya, the creeks, the rivers, and the beautiful ocean, and all the sacred waters. Thank you in the highest honor. Linen Leaf blessing, maximum grace. May this be a bye-bye to the tumors. Margie writes, this was the deepest experience at the Crystal Bowls I have ever had. Thank you, Shadia. My body is still vibrating. Much love. Jeffrey Colebrook, our Reverend, writes, felt the grace of God through your music. Dr. Laura, Pleiades for me too. Ayada, that was definitely a celestial journey for me. Literally, I feel transformed, nourished at a soul level, and blown away. Thank you so much, beloved Shadia. Carol, Central Star in Orion's Belt is where I went. Eleanor Joy, it was exquisite. Thank you. Susan Woolridge, incredible. I was lifted to a star in the Pleiades. Jeffrey, that was a gift I got for being here. I'm so glad to be here right now. Thank you. Amazing. Lynn and Leaf, beautiful sound healing. Thank you. Terry Russo, my cells, thank you for the high vibrations. Ayada writes, and this is a little lengthier, I had an incredible experience while you guided us on that journey to the time where we are all together in the physical. I felt it viscerally that we are together. And I saw us talking about how these incredible challenges we all face are doorways to a higher reality when we face the pain, fear, etc. in our present circumstances with grace, love, and courage. We literally are creating a pathway to that new reality. Thank you, Ayada. Sylvia says, I was home in the Pleiades and came back when Scott invited us all to be together in growing wellness. Sorry to bring you back from the Pleiades. But hey, we got work to do here on the 3D world. Karen writes, I especially felt the vibrations throughout my head. Grace writes, I heard today with Sonia Riccati share he's been 29 years doing fine with stage 4 cancer. Carol writes, and we shall rise. So there it is. What a beautiful global peace tribe we have. And one last thing, I want to really direct everybody to where we can get amazing music and videos from Dr. Mama Ivy Shadia. It's her website, drivysoundspa.com, drivysoundspa.com, and get your earbuds in, get your headphones on, and really drop into some of these incredible experiences that she provides. They are amazing. And we're going to close tonight's show with one of these, with her I Am Light video that she did in collaboration with Piper. But her sound spa is the most up-leveling, high vibe experience possible. So let's all enjoy Dr. Mama Ivy Shadia by going to drivysoundspa.com. Thank you, Shadia. Love you so very, very much.
Love you, sister. Love you so much.
And there's another dreamer that we're about to meet for the very first time.
For the very first time. Is this Doc? Is this Professor D?
It's me.
I have to tell you about Kamala and how we met. Well, actually, I think the Peace Tribe knew I produced a music video for John Legend years ago, and it was called Love One Another. And it was done with his nephew. We were trying to bring awareness to gun violence. And his nephew's father, John's brother, Vaughn, one of the most beautiful sacred spirits on the planet. COVID happened. Fast forward, we had this incredible encounter of producing this project together. And Kamala, or I'm sorry, Professor D, and the Stevens family, which is John's real last name, they all grew up in the same town and went to the same churches in Ohio. So their family, they're friends. And I received a beautiful invitation from this beautiful woman, which said, we would like to fly you to Florida because we would like to honor you with the Humanitarian Award. And it was the greatest honor, because I was on the list with Serena Williams. I was on the list with Oprah Winfrey. She had this beautiful list, and she did this incredible award ceremony, and she flew me out, and we have been in love with each other ever since. She is a brilliant mind. She comes from a family of pastors, big church family. And she has such a strong foundation in the Christian faith. And from that foundation, she was called into all of the spiritual truths. Windows and doors have not stopped evolving and ascending and opening up her heart, body, mind, and spirit. And she has continuously requested that I be on that path with her as we elevate ourselves to the common light of our higher consciousness, of our being, of our oneness as humanity, our oneness with love and with God. She is a mother, she is a sister, and she is healing people all over Florida and very soon all over the world. She is a professor, soon to be a doctor. She's brilliant, and she's a bright light. So, ladies and gentlemen, my other beautiful sister, Professor D.
Everyone, I'm so very, very excited to be in this place and space and time. I'm still vibrating too off of all of the elevated conversation, the music, the song. And I just want everybody to know that this is really my energy. So imagine what I'm vibrating on right now, okay? So I'm so grateful for Piper, for you inviting me, for Scott for providing this platform for the dreamers of the world. And I think I'm probably more ecstatic at the diversity that is here, ages and genders and spaces in the universe. And so I'm so grateful. And I will be very brief, but very profound. And that is what a professor does. We are pro, we go forward and we confess and we profess whatever that subject is. And it just so happens that for years, mine has been a professor of health. And I taught at the university, Central State, for 10 years in Ohio. And prior to that, for any football lovers, I worked for Jim Brown for 14 years, in which we taught life skills to students in middle school and high school. And so the range of education has been very special to me. It's been almost 30 years now. And I know I don't look a day over 25, but I will be 50 on March 1st. And so I'm very excited about the love and light that resides in me. When Dr. Ivy, and I wasn't even going to start with this, but I'm being led. When Dr. Ivy was going through her sharing of her gift with us, I heard the word salvation. And I heard that I need to tell you all that love is your salvation. That is what will save you. That is what will save all of us. It is salvation. It is love. And I just leave that right there for you to remember that. I also heard that there is no fear in love, because perfect love casts out fear. And it's amazing that when I heard that, Piper, you came on and said that you felt fear yesterday. And then you also have been surrounded with such love. So if anybody is feeling like this is a cheer on Piper, it is. It's a cheer on Piper. It's a cheer on Piper, because if we cheer on Piper, we're cheering you on too. And so this level of love that we're experiencing tonight has never been felt before by anybody. No one has ever felt this love. The ancient masters, they understood the Tao as this: don't educate people, but make them forget. Make them forget. How do you educate people? Make them forget. We have to remember we've been programmed. They say early as 2 years old, but mostly when you were even in the womb. And so we have OPE, other people's education. And since we're talking about love, we have to think about what has been the educational sources of what love is. And as she said, I was raised in the church, so they taught us agape love. They taught us the love of God. And then you learn the romantic, the eros, you learn these different forms of love, but you won't know love until you truly know the great big love. And so I said, what represents love? They say red is love, represent. So I wore this scarf so all of us can see how we need to throw off. If you could just for 1 minute, throw off anything that you ever thought love was. Just take it off. Take the color. Let's just take it off. Whatever anybody said. And I want you to input the word God. So instead of saying, I love you, how about we say, I God you? Imagine if everybody said, I God you, instead of I love you. Imagine how we would treat people. See, because the word love has been so programmed into us, and we just throw it around. We throw it around, It's almost like tennis, because let me throw it to you and see how you hit it back. Let me see if you let it go. Let's see if you get it out. Let's see if you can hit it in. And that's how we are with love. I used to play tennis in high school, and I remember when my coach told me how to score. And he said that when you don't score, you don't have a score, it's called love. And I'm like, love? Love means nothing? Well, what happens when both of us have no points? It's called love all. And it's still nothing. It's still nothing. Love all. That is how we do this. I got you. When someone says, I love you, how about this? We say, do you love you? Because if you love you, I know you do love me. And I do know if you love you, when I'm unlovable, you're going to find a way to love me. We have to think about, when do we love? How do we love? We love now. We don't love in the past. We don't love in the future. We love now. We be love. I am love. Now. That must mean something else. It must mean I am God now. Why do we have to wait for God to heal Piper? We are laying hands on Piper right now because we are love. We are God now. That is the joy. That is the joy. And I want to close with this. Don't seek love, just be love. Forget about what they told you about falling in love. I want to fall in love. How about we stand in love? How about we do that? How about instead of I used to love him, how about I got him? There is no past to the used to, and there is no, I think I will be able to love you one day. It is in the now, and that's the transformative power of love. That is the transformative power of love. And I challenge everybody right now to sit in your nothingness. When you have nothing else to give, you sit in that. And that is where you will find everything. That is when you will find the unconditional love for self, so you can love others. That's it right there. Sitting in the nothingness of now. So I am an empty container. I am a vessel to be used to give it to you. That is the love that we have.
I got you, girl.
I got you. Look at your neighbor. Look at your neighbor and say, I got you.
And I got you.
It makes you treat them all different.
Yes, this is so beautiful.
Oh, and I'm going to leave everybody with this. And when you start doing that, and I know you're going to, I don't know if you're going to say anything about True Self University, but I guess.
You have to talk about our collaboration because we're going to bring the dreamers into our university. Let's go.
Okay. So really, really quick, when I was teaching at the university, I taught a lot of things that I probably should have been fired for. And it was because it was the truth. And I did not buy into the programming of the system. And the last time I taught at the university was during COVID, and we had to go online. It was it was difficult because of the things that was happening and the shifts that were happening in the levels of consciousness. And so as a professor, I had to tell the truth. It got to a point where I said, I cannot go back to the university because I can no longer present something that is not true. And so I created True Self University, and that is an opportunity to raise the consciousness of It doesn't matter if you had the GPA to get into college. It's for anybody. You can come to True Self University and you can discover your true self. And that is the important thing. And then Piper and I are partnering together on this to bring the dreamers in, because the modules will be all the 7 chakras. And so you're going to matriculate through the chakras, not matriculate through a system that is lied to us, but to matriculate through your true self. It is an institution of higher self-evolution. And we are going to take, this is how God gave it to me. From the crown to the ground, from common to uncommon, from normal to abnormal, from a copy to an original, from revolution to evolution, from fear to love, you will discover your true self, identify your purpose, cultivate your passion, live your dreams, and most importantly, deliver your purpose.
Karma to Dharma School. Generational healing, so needed. I'm so grateful that this was downloaded in your spirit. It's the spirit of the dreamers. It's the spirit of the Global Peace Tribe. There's really one voice that's being spoken to all of us, and we're recognizing that we're standing on Scott's Bridge right now. And I'm actually bearing witness to the interweaving, this dream catcher, all of this interweaving of the dream catcher is on this bridge. I think we were unified today with exactly who was to be here, very purposefully, because this is each and every thread, every finger of the hand of this marriage, of this intercoursing of truth, this ascended consciousness where we are right now. The reason we're going to be on that bridge together is because the time is now and there is no other time, and it's a necessity for us to reach this golden age, for us to know the truth of who we are, for us to heal in our body temples, our spiritual temples, so that we can elevate and heal the rest of humanity, leave those seeds behind, because that's true legacy, leaving a legacy of love. And we can find each other when we're in a storm. We can lift each other when we're on our knees. We can shake each other awake when we're in fear. And a university like the one that you're creating is really going to help elevate our emotional and spiritual well-being, because we do teeter-totter. Even the most spiritual of us, when the world comes in, oftentimes it becomes blinders. But when we're reminded, I God me, I God you, we will all heal, because love is everything. There is nothing else. And God bless you for being here.
Thank you so much, everybody.
We love you, Professor D.
Love and light.
Professor Divinity.
Professor Divinity, I God you. What a blessing you are to join our Global Peace Tribe. It's my first time meeting you tonight, and what a delight. Thank you for bringing us into such a beautiful reality. Thank you. And I look forward to learning much, much more about you, what you're doing. I definitely would love to have you come back on the show when we can go deeper into your work, your education, because I really can imagine that you are bringing a very important new paradigm approach to education.
Yes.
Helping us to forget what we need to release so that we can be clear channels to bring in the truth.
And Scott, it looks like the way we're on the screen right now with the 3 of us, I can invite you as well, because Piper's already invited. I do retreats here in Florida and South Florida, and we're opening up a new facility. So we have great things to talk about. Everybody on there, just get your mind ready for Miami.
Fantastic.
We're going to need all of your medicine.
Do we have a date yet?
This will actually be almost like the first healing hotel.
Oh, wonderful.
Yes, yes.
Well,
We were pushing, I think, for May, but I think we're going to have to, maybe we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
building a bridge to when we're all together in Miami.
There
That's
you go.
it.
Thank you.
Yes. We're going to get through all of these surgeries and stuff. I don't like putting everything on hold. So I'm just going to get through this. I'm going to heal like a rock star. I already have. Dr. Ivy just healed me. And the moment that we're in that space. We are going. We're on that bridge. We're in Miami. We're in the school. We're doing the work.
We're there.
We're there. So I have a lot to look forward to. I love you. I love you, sis.
Got you. I got you.
I know you do. I got
Everyone,
you.
I'm going to go back one more time to the support for Piper Dellums, because it's important for us to put her in our prayers. It's also important to provide green energy. We're going to have an Omoshar song next, and I really want to encourage people, if you haven't donated yet, please do so. I'll put the link one more time into the Zoom room chat box. And for those of you that are watching on all the different Facebook groups, if you go to my Facebook page, it's easy to find me. I'm the only Scott Thomas on the planet. My page is public. If you go to my page, you'll see the place right there where you can donate. So I'm going to go to our beautiful
Hey,
beloved.
Scott, I'm sorry. Can you tell everybody to please log in and check out IamProfessorD.com? And then that way, everybody who sends their information there, I can forward all the True Self University. So excited. I have a new team and they're getting me together. And so just please, IamProfessorD.com, and then I'll follow up with you and send you all the great information about True Self University.
I found it. You know, you hadn't given it to me in the bio, so that's why I
I
didn't.
apologize. Yes, thank you so much.
Here she is.
Hey, I used to have blonde hair, but now my hair's breathing. I'm loving me, baby. I'm God and me.
All right, so everybody go to I Am Professor D, just the letter D, and do what I'm doing right now. Put in your email address so you can keep track of what she's doing and how we can all meet up in Miami.
Love it. Thank you so much again. Love you all.
Absolutely. Thank you, Professor D, for jumping in there and giving us that very, very important piece of information. And I am going to go back now to beloved brother Omoshar for another musical number.
It's funny, Ms. D, how when you were saying I got you, I suddenly went to Greece and John Travolta and I got you. It's multiplying. And then I checked the lyrics and it's actually I got chills. However, I thought I got you. So there it is. Thank you so much, because I got you. Really have, yeah, that's enough. So, without further ado, woohoo!
Reaching through the hearts of me and you, our world is waking up to our different points of view. Cause now we recognize we've been hypnotized. The spell is wearing off, and so now we rise with higher frequencies. There is no disguise. The truth of life itself is now realized. So shake yourself free of the past. No longer do we walk in the dark, but show each other what we can do, and let our light shine right on through. Now we recognize we've been hypnotized. The spell is wearing off, and so now we rise with higher frequencies. There is no disguise. The truth of life itself is now realized. Let the good of humanity stay. Let the dross simply fade away. And let the mother return to us all, so that love can have a way. Cause now we recognize frequencies. There is no disguise. The truth of life itself is now realized, because love is reaching through the hearts of me and you. Our world is waking up to our different points of view. So take yourself free of the past. No longer do we walk in the dark. Let's show each other what we can do, and let our light shine right on through. Now we recognize we've been hypnotized. The spell is wearing off, and so now we rise with higher frequencies. There is no disguise. The truth of life itself is now realized. So shake yourself free of the past. No longer do we walk in the dark.
That's all. Twinkle, our beloved brother Omashar. Another beautiful, beautiful, perfect song. Perfect, perfect song. Thank you so much.
It's a perfect night. I can believe how perfect this is constructed, because it wasn't constructive, and it comes together so beautifully. And yeah, thank you, dear brother.
It is kind of amazing how it all flows. You know, there's a whole wonderful magical energy to our Global Peace Tribe and our shows. Absolutely.
It's like you put together this soup and then you let it go and see how it is. And it's always absolute perfection. You know, we're getting to master this technology. And yes, there it is. Thank you.
It's spirit led.
Yes.
Yes, spirit.
Yes.
Absolutely. You know, along the lines of spirit led, Sylvia, get ready, because I'm going to go to you in a moment. You know, a couple of weeks ago, we did 2 shows back to back, Piper. You were on one of them, celebrating beloved Martin Luther King. One of the things that we talked about is that we want to really carry his dream, his vision, the way he inspired us throughout the year, not just, you know, on his birthday. And so Sylvia had provided us with this beautiful set of his vision. And so one of the things that we're going to do is really try and continue throughout our shows to have different people sharing the vision of Martin Luther King. And so I'm going to actually turn it over to Sylvia for a minute to remind us of these 10 directions that Dr. Martin Luther King suggested to us. So welcome, Sylvia.
Thanks, Sylvia.
I need you to unmute. And I'm going to pull that up so people can read it while you share it with us.
Thank you, Scott, and everyone. Special thanks to Piper and the other healers that have shared their presences so profoundly tonight. Much gratitude for all of us and this healing container that we are together. I'm pulling up the vows again so that I can put them in the chat again. I signed these vows, as you can see, as part of the Soul Force movement to stop spiritual violence against GLBT people. I use the term queer because it covers the very colorful umbrella of gender orientations and identities that make up humanity, because the gender binary constricts all of us and is a way to control and separate us from ourselves and each other. And so Source, God, invites us to be present in that multidimensional rainbow of possibility. So I invite you, as I put the vows back in the chat, to breathe into that rainbow possibility. And as I read these vows, which are an invitation to practically live love, I invite you to read with me and to be in them and to think, to accept that invitation to live forward in them. To print them out or to save them so that you can revisit them as a living practice. Meditate daily on the life and teachings of Jesus. Remember that the nonviolent movement seeks justice and reconciliation, not victory. Walk and talk in the manner of love, for God is love. Pray daily to be used by God in order that all people might be free. Sacrifice personal wishes that all might be free. Observe with friend and foe the ordinary rules of courtesy. Perform regular service for others and for the world. Refrain from violence of fist, tongue, and heart. Strive to be good spiritual, to be in good spiritual and bodily health. Follow the directions of the movement leaders and the captains on demonstrations. So I invite each and all of us to breathe in, to hold that vision of collectively walking and talking in love. And to breathe out as we hold each other's hands. For we are overcoming together.
Thank you very, very much, Sylvia. Thank you so much for bringing this back into our awareness and all of that you do. Thank you for all the ways you hold space for our shows, for our evening meditations. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you. I'm going to drop a Facebook link in the chat to go with the contemporary version of the vows that I put in the chat earlier and invite people who are on Facebook to come join that conversation.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Much love to everyone, and thank you, and hugs if you want them.
Thank you, Sylvia. You know, just as here we are honoring Martin Luther King all these years later, we have an amazing, wonderful woman that I have tremendous respect for, who, like Martin Luther King, is going up against a huge organization. I'm talking about Marianne Williamson running for president. And sadly, the primary season is a joke. There is no real authentic primary going on in the Democratic Party. They've already decided that it's going to be Joe Biden, just as there's no real primary going on in the Republican Party. They've already decided on Donald Trump. And the irony is the vast majority of the country does not want Joe Biden or Donald Trump. And yet we see these organizations that are enormous and that are polarized. Anyway, there's a very courageous woman, and her name is Marianne Williamson. And she's also a brilliant woman. And I'm very excited that tomorrow night we're having a very special edition of the Global Peace Tribe, in which I'm going to be celebrating and interviewing Marianne. And some of our favorite luminaries are also participating. Today I received an incredible video from our friend Andrew Harvey, who, wait till you see what he shares. It's a video just to show tomorrow to Marianne, celebrating her. Reverend Michael Beckwith is going to participate with us tomorrow. Catherine Woodward Thomas is going to be with us. And of course, most of all, Marianne. And I really invite everybody, please join us. This is a free event, 7 o'clock Pacific time. Just go to globalpeacetribe.com, globalpeacetribe.com, and that's where you can register for it. This is a really important event. You know, Marianne, it's very expensive to run a campaign. It's very challenging to run a campaign, and she's doing it. And most of all, wait till you hear her speak. If you haven't heard Marianne speak recently, she really is a channel for spirit, and she's a channel for us. What I hear her saying is what we all believe and what we are all feeling and expressing, and she expresses it with passion, wisdom, Kali. She's kind of really on fire. So again, it's really easy. Just go to globalpeacetribe.com, and that's where you can register for the Marianne event taking place tomorrow. Or another option is to join us, register for the new season of the Global Peace Tribe, and you'll automatically get the link not only to what Marianne is doing tomorrow, but to all of our shows. So go to globalpeacetribe.com and either register for Marianne or join us all together so you can get the Zoom room links to all of our shows. We do 2 or 3 shows every week, always Wednesday and Saturday night. But we did a special event last night. We're doing a special event with Marianne tomorrow. I'm now going to be collaborating with Lori Grace and Sunrise Center for more events. So please come and join us. Well, what we're going to do next is we're going to actually show another Piper Delamus video. And it's a beautiful one. Piper, I'm going to bring you on board. Tell us a little bit about this video that we're about to see.
Well, I know that we have run out of time, and I know that you said we were opening up the month of love. This is more about relationship. And this was made specifically because so many of us go into this season, Valentine's season and love season, like you opened up and said, Scott, and there's a redefinition of what is love, and what does this mean as we're stepping into it. So this was really made about romantic love and about friendship love and about redefining love in that category. Just something to carry people into for this Valentine's season. Just a simple message.
Oh, beautiful. Thank you. Here we go with The Dream is Love.
sacred truth about intimacy, the into-me-see connection. The truth is, genuine connection is ease. It is peace. When you find it, you will know. You will feel seen. You will feel like you are being mirrored back to yourself, like you are discovering the shadow of your own heart in another human being. Slowly, through loving the right people, you will come to realize that the human beings who are meant for you in this world will not exhaust you or hollow you out or leave you feeling like you are hard to love. Slowly, you will come to realize that you do not have to romanticize the things in this life that hurt. You do not have to run towards the fire. Love does not have to feel like a fight. Love does not have to feel like battle. Love does not have to wound. Slowly you will learn how to lay down your arms, how to walk away from those who will only ever love you in halves. Slowly, you will learn that you cannot love someone into loving you or being ready if they are not. You cannot love someone into their potential. You cannot close their hands around your heart if they are not willing to hold it themselves. You have to let them go. You have to focus on the people in your life who bring you back home to yourself. You have to focus on standing up for that kind of connection, on honoring that calm, that shalom, that peace, because it exists. It exists. before the dust of doubt and the mythical illusion that you were not enough planted seeds in your heart and spirit, you knew you were enough, perfect, an imprint of love on the earth. Be still and remember, you did once know. There was a time before the veil of shame came down upon your eyes that you could see the truth of who you are. I hope you learn to trust that you are pure love, and love reflects that perfection, and the perfection that it reflects is waiting for you. Because when you come across it, when you ultimately experience it, it feels as if you are standing at a door you finally have the keys for. You enter it with ease. There is no fumbling through your pocket trying to find the right way in. There is no desperately reaching into your bag trying to uncover the point of access. You are no longer banging your fists against the door, asking to be invited in. You walk through, soundlessly, softly. Relief washes over you. You take off your shoes. You hang your coat in the closet. You put on a pot of coffee. You're home. You're home. Happy Valentine's.
It's beautiful. I just love your voice. I love your sensitivities. You're a brilliant filmmaker. Just brilliant.
I love you, Scott. I love all of you. We went over time because of me, but thank you for allowing that extra moment.
Absolutely. And
All find love, become love, live in love, and know that you are love. God bless you.
thank you, Piper. And we will continue to hold you in our heart. Know that you are healing. Know that you are on this incredible healing journey. And I hope that you'll read all the beautiful comments coming in, because we are over. I'm not going to read them all, but there are about 20 comments that have come in as a result of this beautiful film that we just watched. So please relish with them. I love you very, very much. And we will have another Dreamers show in the spring.
Okay.
All right.
God bless you. Love you. Love you all. Hi, Andrew. I see Andrew. And Carol, I love you all. Love you.
I'm going to go to gallery view one more time. And everybody, let's just send our beloved Piper maximum grace. Maximum grace for Piper Dellums. Maximum grace for Piper Dellums. Maximum grace for beloved Piper Dellums. Seeing us in Miami, seeing us with Mama Ivy Shadia at a retreat, looking back on this evening and saying, hey, remember that show we did back in February around Valentine's Day? Here we are, all together, with Piper happier and healthier than ever before. And we're going to continue the healing experience. We're very, very blessed to have with us one of the KES healers through the Twin Ray community. And you've seen her before. She's wonderful. We love Natalie. And welcome, Natalie, coming all the way from Europe. We're very early in the morning, so it's such a gift for you to come and be with us. And you can feel that we've got quite a beautiful vibration happening. One quick thing, I just wanted to let everybody know that we do have every evening we do a meditation, and it's led by different members of the Twin Ray community, organized by beloved Deborah Juliet. She was with us a while ago. Anyway, definitely want to every night at 6:30 p.m. You can come on in to meditation. Sometimes it's led Deborah Juliet, sometimes myself, sometimes our wonderful friend Diara, who's with us tonight. And so it's always a beautiful meditation, 6:30 Pacific time every evening. And I'll put the link once again into the chat box, but just wanted to remind you of all of that. And Natalie, I'm going to turn it over to you to maybe let people know a little bit about what KES stands for and what's going to be taking place, and to lead us in whatever experience you feel drawn to provide tonight.
Lovely, thank you. So KES is a holding system. It's a Christic energy system. And it was brought back from the future by Sanandaji and Shikinama. And it's intelligent, so it will do what needs to be done and go where it needs to go. And I think it's something I won't explain. I think it's something that needs to be experienced. So I think we're going to go in straight away. So close your eyes and enter into this energy field that has been created through this show. Feel into presence of love, presence of God. Just allow yourself to relax deeply. And experience how it is to be in the body and at the same time outside. Being in and looking at yourself from who you truly are. As we invite the KES Tezrak to settle and create this group container. As we call in the healing powers of love. So we may release all that we can release today. And activate a little more every day of who we truly are. I, Natalie Elianitia, I call upon the cosmic Christ Supreme Intelligence to support and facilitate this group KES holding session. I ask permission from all receivers present and those that shall see this show to receive this group holding with the highest good and divine grace for all involved. I request on behalf of all involved to become aligned for the duration of this session to the divine intelligence of the Christic energy system with grace, with ease, and with joy. I invite the cosmic Christ energy to connect with us now in the most appropriate way for all involved. May all that transpires in this microcosmic reflection of our group constellation support and uplift the ascension of the entire human collective and all sentient life. I also call forth assistance from Divine Heavenly Mother and Heavenly Father, presence to overlight this group container with pure, unconditional love from the Most High. May all be known through the connection of pure love, so that this group holding session anchors in us in the most benevolent way. Hosanna, Hosanna, Hosanna in the highest. Thank you, and so be it.
Thank you so much, Natalie. So much. And beautiful, beloved Omashar for your beautiful music. And of course, our beloved angel Piper. Natalie provides beautiful, beautiful private support for people. She also has a beautiful website. It's her name, Natalie Mouisha. I'll put it in the chat box, but for those of you watching on Facebook, it's spelled N-A-T-H-A-L-I-E, Natalie, N-A-T-H-A-L-I-E. And her last name is spelled M-O-U-T-I-A, nataliemouisha.com. And she does extraordinary artwork, and you can learn all about her artwork, and you can contact her by going to her website and just clicking contact. And that's how we connect with her. So, Natalie, it's always such a blessing for you to be with us. And I know you do.
My pleasure. It was very beautiful.
And I love that
And all my best to you, Piper. And Omashar, I don't know. You follow me so beautifully. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure getting out of my own way and just tuning into the one.
Yes,
vibration.
and you follow me every time I move. It's so precise. It's just beautiful when I extend, and it's just, there's no words.
Yeah, it's
I'm
all
eternally
down
grateful.
It's all
Thank you.
in here.
Yes, it all is in here. And Scott, of course.
Yes.
My blessings to you, eternal grace.
My pleasure. Thank you. And I love there are 48 of our global subscribers. We're having more and more people staying for the KES healings, which is really beautiful.
Beautiful. Thank you.
I think it's the most we've had stay so far.
It's going to increase.
Wonderful. Piper, thank you for bringing your dreamers with us tonight and opening your heart and all the beautiful things. And grandmother Deborah Guerrero, I'm going to bring her on. She's still with us. So thank you so much, grandmother, so much. And Laura is still with us. Thank you, Laura, for your beautiful sharing tonight. And I'm going to finally just go to gallery view to everybody that's got their camera on. Thank you so much. It's been another beautiful evening. Please do join us tomorrow night for this incredible experience where we're going to honor and celebrate Marianne Williamson. It's going to be very special. So I hope to see you all tomorrow night. And have a beautiful, beautiful Sacred Sunday tomorrow. Good night, everybody.
Thank you all. Love you.
Good night.
Love
Thank
you.
you.
Good night.
Love you all.